Paul Sussex asks, does it bother you that one of your goals was chalked up to Jane Stockley? I think we're talking about that cross against Crewe a couple of seasons ago, which sort of looped over the keeper and Jaden missed it by about 4 metres, didn't he?
I remember, yeah. At the time, I was desperate to get it. Obviously, would have been nice to score another one. But then, obviously, the Crewe away from home happened, which everyone seemed to talk about, where I think my shot might have been going out for a throw-in, which went down as my goal. So I can't really have too many complaints. So it evens itself out. But if Jaden wanted to take it, he's more than welcome to. He's a big guy.
You helped him on his way to 50, I think, with that one as well, didn't you?
Did I? Yeah, I'm not. He scored so many goals that sort of lost count a little bit. But yeah, he was a fantastic player and he's a goal scorer. So if he wanted it, he could have it.
Grecian 66 asks, is there one thing about about City that sets it apart from other clubs you've been at?
Yeah, I think so. I think, like I said before, the way the clubs run, the ownership, the rapport the players have with fans, I think it's something that I haven't really experienced before. You don't sort of have the same relationships as you do. Even like coming into match days, the people you meet, stop for a little chat with certain people. Away games, even at service stations on the way back, it's a long way from everywhere. So seem to bump into a few fans at service stations. So yeah, it's definitely a community club, which is something that I really, really like about the place.
Mike Grecian asks, these are good names as well, aren't they?
Yeah, I like it.
Asks, are you the first City player to get a blue tick on Twitter? I think you're one of a few. I don't know if any of the others have got one.
I think Dino must have had his for a long time now. He's a bit of a big deal, isn't he? So I'd imagine Dino must have had it. So Sween's got one?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, I'm not sure then. Yeah, maybe Dino. Maybe me and Dino are pretty close to it, yeah. But
Leo asks, what's the best restaurant in Exeter in your opinion?
Ooh, there's lots of nice places to go. Do you know what? If I want to have like a little cheat meal or like a takeaway, I'd always get gourmet peri peri. That's one of my partner's sort of favourite.
I think it's popular.
And it's been at the moment as well, so. Sorry?
Popular with a lot of the lads, that place, isn't it? I think.
Yeah, it's good. And even like after games, you can sort of just pop down there and get some good food in just as an excuse. But yeah, I think that's pretty popular with the majority of boys, yeah. It's like a fake Nando's, isn't it? You can say that.
Bernadette Coates asks, what is your favourite away ground?
Ooh, in League Two or in general?
I guess one you've been to, really.
I think one of the best atmospheres I've played in is probably Leeds away when I was at Reading. I think it was a Tuesday night, and it was very good. Obviously, Leeds fans are renowned for being fantastic, so that was a great experience. I think Sheffield Wednesday as well. I think it was my first game for Exeter, Sheffield Wednesday away, and then I played them once for Reading as well. The atmosphere was fantastic, so I think those two would definitely be up there.
If you had to pick one in League Two, what would it be?
I think where the majority, we take a few as well, which is probably always good, isn't it? Forest Green is always quite good because it feels like a home game in a way because we have the whole side. Nothing really springs to mind, to be honest. Nothing like a game, is there?
Will Oliver asks, how hard are you finding keeping fit under lockdown?
Yeah, it's pretty tough. I think when you sort of live away from the training ground and stuff, and you can't, access everything that you'd normally access, like the gym, for etc., or the pitches, it's difficult. But like I said, the coaches have really sent us some good programs and good stuff to sort of keep us busy over the next however many weeks. So yeah, if we stick to that, we'll be in good enough shape to sort of crack right on when we get back. So yeah, it's tough, but it's not too bad.
Carl Shaw says, who creates most of the nicknames at the club and who has the best nickname, of which you can say, at this time of day?
Lee Martin probably names most people. Whether I can say it or not is probably a different story. MJ's got a good few nicknames, but I can't say them all either. There's lots of stories behind it, but MJ's got about 5 or 6 nicknames, which Nicky Law's actually given him. So sorry to Lee Martin. Nicky Law has given MJ a few nicknames, which if you want to ask him about them, you're more than welcome to, but I can't reveal, unfortunately.
Good question, this next one. C. Grecian says, I'd love to hear Jake's memories of the last few minutes of that game against Carlisle. How are you able to stay so calm and wait patiently for the right moment to pass to Jack Stacey?
I think I was so tired. I just wanted someone to sort of do something for me. I remember obviously going down the right wing, and I think the guy that was marking me, I think he pulled up injured a couple of minutes before. So I thought I'm going to try and get past him and get across him, but I was literally so tired. I think I couldn't even get past him. And then I saw Stacey inside and pass it to him, and he did the rest. It was unbelievable. It was a great night, great event, and yeah, I think I texted him for about a week after that, just saying I love you so much, because it was that week was special for sure. And unfortunately, the fairy tale didn't quite happen in the end, but those games will definitely stick in my memory for sure.
Was it a bit more special as well with the whole Reading connection with Jack as well?
Yeah, I think so. Even, I've seen him do that growing up. He's been at Reading for a long time. It's fantastic to see him doing so well now as well. Obviously playing in the Premiership. From being on loan with us not even that long ago is credit to him. Works so hard. He's got a really good family as well who are from a similar area to me as well. So keep in touch with them whenever I sort of can. And it's the connection obviously with the Reading really helped, and him going on to do what he's doing is also fantastic. And it shows Exeter is a good club to send loanee players to as well. Obviously, lots of them have gone on to do really good stuff. So it shows. It highlights the club in a good light.
Absolutely. Your friend Preston asks, what's your best memory at Exeter so far?
Ooh, I think it'd probably be being made captain. I think that was a special moment for sure. I think, that would definitely be up there. Without playing, that would be my favourite memory.
Fred Binney's Head, another good name, asks, who is the most difficult opponent you've played against and why?
It's a tough one. In League Two or in general?
Again, I guess you go general because you've got more to look at then, haven't you?
General. I played against some good foot. I think when I was at Reading, I played the majority left wing, and I came up against some really good. I think Doherty, that plays for Wolves in the Premiership now, he was a really good player. I think Byron was at Leeds at the time. He was, another good player to come up against. So yeah, there's lots of players that I've come up against and found it pretty tough, to be honest with you.
Lego Head asks, what's your least favourite ground to travel to? And be honest, he says.
I don't think I can be brutally honest. Least favourite ground?
I guess you could say distance-wise, I guess, the likes of travelling to Carlisle must be a bit draining.
Carlisle's tough, but then the pitch is always lovely up there, so I don't mind it. Macclesfield's probably a tough one. I think obviously the pitches haven't been great when we've played there. I think we had a poor result the first year, didn't we? And then obviously a good result there this year. So, it's a long way away. And yeah, I'd probably have to say that one.
Andrew Long asks, what is your favourite position? If smaller squads become necessary, is it important to be versatile? For instance, being able to cover right back or a striker?
I think so, yeah. Like I said before, the more positions you can sort of play, the more chance you've got of playing as well. But yeah, with the amount of games that could possibly be coming up, I think it's important to be, pretty versatile. And, you might pick up injuries or people might get suspended. So yeah, if you can play a few more positions, it will definitely benefit, everyone else.
Tom Vickery asks, including your loan spell in 2011 and your 4 years at the club since 2016, who's the most talented player you've played with and why?
I think it would have to be between Ethan and Ollie. I didn't really see Ethan for too long. He came in pre-season in his school uniform to train, and then trained, was the best player by far, and then went back off to school, which I just thought was incredible. Nothing fazed him either. He was, just, sat there nice and quietly, sort of kept himself to himself with all the stuff going on behind the scenes, obviously with his future, where he was going to end up signing. A real down-to-earth boy, which I think Exeter produces a lot as well. I think more than just being a player, I think they sort of, build you up to be a good person as well, which helps. Ollie Watkins is fantastic. From when I signed, he was wasn't really near the first team, and then he just went on, and now he's one of the best strikers in the Championship. So definitely one of those two for sure.
Joel Pugh asks, what was it like playing for Wales?
Yeah, it was wicked. Obviously, very proud moment again for myself and my family, my granddad, my dad. Growing up, obviously playing through the different ranks, you sort of play with and against some very good players, and you can sort of test yourself and see how you're getting on against them as well. So some good managers. I think Brian Flynn was fantastic for me growing up. Was really good with me. So yeah, and then obviously making my senior debut for a few minutes is definitely something that I'll always hold on to. And it was definitely probably the best moment in my football career by far. Yeah.
Tom Brooks asks, what's your favourite supermarket? I guess that's quite an appropriate one right now, seeing as it's one of the very few places you can go to.
I don't live far from Sainsbury's, so that me or my partner pop down to Sainsbury's and do our weekly shop there. So probably Sainsbury's, yeah. But then again, if you're talking like meal deals, it's Tesco's for me. So you got to weigh up the options. Depends what you're going there for.
And final question, and most important one. Wolf Walsh of Carpet CEO, the new sponsors, asks, when are we sorting out for a new carpet?
I'm available whenever. I think that would be fantastic. I'm in dire need of some new carpet. So if he's willing, to come out and sort me out, I'll definitely be greatly appreciated.
That's all the questions. So that's everything. Thanks for your time, Jake. And
why don't you tell everyone what you've been up to?
Because
you're a busy man at the moment. You got to tell everyone what's, how you're keeping the club going. Obviously, you're putting up videos of past games and stuff like that. So
people like you. That's the
keeping everyone occupied as if we're still there, which has been really good, I think.
Maybe you should nominate who we speak to next.
Ooh.
And they have to do it because you're captain, obviously.
Maybe speak to one of the younger boys. I think that would be quite nice.
Good idea. Which one?
I'm trying to think of the brightest one. There aren't many, to be fair. So I think Sparksy's not bright, don't get me wrong, but he'd be good to speak to. I think, an insight to how he's sort of getting on and everything. Yeah. But maybe Sparksy, give him a go.
Well,
sorry, Jack.
I'll let you tell him he has to do it.
I'll tell him, no problem.
There we go. Thanks for your time, Jake.
No problem.